Alright, first up, welcome to Montrose. It's not quite finished yet, got a lot to do. Montrose Basin, relatively easy, just lots of water tiles. Fields. Let's play it. Building site, making new homes for the homeless. Lovely little estate here. I've been trying to focus on trying to get as much trackside flora and fauna as possible without going overboard, but not giving really two monkeys about the far off stuff, just painting it a wee bit just to give it that hint of colour. Got a lot to do still, as you can see. I kind of cheated as well. This is meant to be a Lidl, but the building shape is exactly the same, so yeah, it'll do. Montrose has got quite a lot to do yet, however I'm quite confident I'll be able to get this done in time. As I say that with fingers crossed behind me. Now I need to do a few things. We've been putting platform numbers up and lighting with all the TSX effects. Hopefully it worked. Bonny flowers, eh? What I need to do now is figure out how to do station signage. I'm probably going to borrow the SEM CL ones because they've got the same textures. Here's Mike's Bridge, fantastic piece of work. I need to sort the colour on the top though. I've not quite got around to taking that out of Railworks, putting it into a model thing and changing the colour. I've not quite worked that out yet. Lovely job on the bottom bits, and I also managed to stop it glowing in the dark. Aren't I clever? But yeah, there's basically it goes along like this, across to the island. There's a lovely viaduct. Lots of James Bond boats. Fantastic. Must be the James Bond School of Stunt Speedboats or something, I don't know. Who knows? You should see how many's parked up here. There, flipping loads. A lot of James Bond wannabes. Still got a few decals, as you can see, lying around. While I'm up in the north end of the route, I'll do a quick number here. This is my route so far that I've tracks laid down. We are approximately here. Down to here is Arbroath. That's about 14, 15, 16 miles, I don't know. And then down here we have Carnoustie, and this is going to be the stop off point for my beta release, or my first part or first phase of the plan. It's going to carry on to a whole load of other smaller stations. Oh, don't you love it when things do that? It's pretty much a straight line cutting through most of the coast. There are the odd bits where you get to see the seaside and some of the bits and pieces like that. I'm going to have to take my time on there, but it will stop at Broughty Ferry. I've left the line down to here, which is not far off the Camperdown Junction point where Mully's route stops off at. So if anybody ever figures out RW merge, then yay! This little section here is not very big, 4 or 5 miles long. Covers the Heritage Railway, Caledonian Railway, that actually still does exist. They ripped up a lot of the line, as you know, in the past, but a lot of local people managed to keep a hold of this. It was bought privately, and maybe I'll upload a little video about it one day that I found on YouTube. One of the greatest hurdles I have to overcome is getting over my kind of weird obsession with trying to get textures the same as what on the ground as what they are in assets. So I just ended up lumping a few rocks into the side of the terrain there just to give it that kind of rocky feel. These cliffs are they range between 40 and 60 meters in height. They go all the way up the coast. There's some points like here where it does get really quite close. Not close enough to die, otherwise it wouldn't be allowed to run as a railway really. But wouldn't it be fun if you had like some kind of roller coaster set up off the side there? Just focusing on getting villages. Little quad bike arena that I found on Google Earth. Never knew about it until I found it. There's Inverkeeler, like the screenshot that I posted up. I did say there was vegetation. There's not much more, just a little bit. As I say, I'm not focusing on the distance. I'm trying to get trackside and just a feel of the area. I don't have all the assets yet, but another quick blast over here. There's a wee reservoir for the fields. Look at all those lovely poplar trees. Letham Grange. Okay, it looks nothing like the real Letham Grange, but it's an approximation. Continue down here, not far. Strawberry Fields Forever. St Vigins, just north of Arbroath. We're getting into Arbroath, down the valley. Now, you notice over there, there's a big cathedral. I kind of cheated. There's actually meant to be a huge abbey that's in ruins here, but the layout of the cathedral building is exactly the same, so I put it there just as an approximation. Once I get round to figuring out how my brain works, and then figuring out how Google SketchUp and 3D Crafter works, then yeah, I'll crack on and make one. Water tower in the distance. You pop into Morrison's or whatever and get me a bottle of juice. Yeah, cheers love. Arbroath Station, yes. I've got one too many poles at the side here holding up the canopy, and I'd like to remove a few, but I can't without removing the roof of the canopy. I haven't quite figured that out yet. The car park at Arbroath Station. There's the other screenshot that I showed. That's been a murder. I've not quite got the Glaswegian accent down to a T yet, but we'll get there. Continuing on down. Arbroath's been pretty much done for a few months now. I just need to get round to line side infrastructure, like the tiny signs. AWS is all done. Oh, and speed limits are all done. I just need to get little obscure signs that I'm still learning about. Now, football field. That's meant to be a pleasure land, but I haven't got the signage. This disgrace. A lovely seafront, and they've got just a derelict square plot of land sitting there. Could do something with that. We go-kart arena, just the seafront. That looks fun. And of course, I'm going to get this set up as well once I get a chance. It's the Kerrs Miniature Railway. It's not the biggest railway on Earth. In fact, I think it's the smallest miniature railway in Scotland. Just as a wee half-mile trip up and down the side of the line. They like to time it when trains are going past, so you can get your photographs taken with the wee kids with a wee train, and us big kids on the big train. Down here, Arbroath Golf Course and Elliott Sands. There used to be a station here at one point. It was ripped up. It was a private railway owned by Lord Carmiley, and it went all the way up into the hills up there for mining in the quarry. Oh, I sounded Yorkshire there. Mining down quarry. But continue down here. Sewage works, which was improvised because they were massive sewage works, so I just took a few oil drums, flattened them into the ground and put bits and pieces in them. They're not animated sadly, but oh look, I'll need to fix that. Okay, but continuing down here, East Haven still needs a wee bit done. Getting the decals out of the way one at a time, one decal at a time. Continue on down here. This I'm particularly proud of. My lorry depot. Fantastic. Took me approximately 10-15 minutes to do the lot, and I just managed to, by luck, find a wee forklift truck with boxes and a lorry with boxes and just leave them in a wee animation. perpetually filling up with boxes. Fantastic. I wonder if he gets a lunch break. It's like 3 hours long for doing that. And then continuing on, decals. Yeah, I do acknowledge that. But here's the end point that I'm thinking is an end point for now, for phase 1, is Carnoustie. I found the weirdest thing on the task video. Apparently this is actually in the video as joined, and then another video as not joined, so I've kind of left it half joined. Yeah, continuing on down the line, it's just that long straight that I was on about, cutting through some countryside, golf courses, lots and lots of golf courses around here. And then it starts to get interesting again when you get closer to Dundee. It's all residential and seaside, seafront, and it's going to be between 80 and 100 miles an hour going past some of these places, so it feels quite close. All the buildings, it's not all concrete. I know some people get really hacked off with the concrete all the time, like a bit of scenery. You're definitely going to get that here. There's going to be hills to one side, Fife across the way there, the Tay estuary, or the Firth of Tay as they say up here, and once we get down to past Broughty Ferry and the like, we'll get down to Camperdown Junction, and here's my stopping point. Mully's excellent route stops about here somewhere, I think. So if we ever got RW merged to ever work, yay! I'm going to be like well joining the two together and having fun. Anyway, that concludes our wee visit for my route today. I'll keep you updated and we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, and any comments just leave for me here. Thanks.